Hello everyone, I am Somesh Ranjan, a member of COPS IIT BHU, and in this video we are going to learn about the git push command. Okay, so firstly, why do we use git push command? So by the name we can understand push. So basically, it helps to push the changes we have made locally on our local repository to the remote repository on any Git service like GitHub. Okay, so like if we are collaborating our code or contributing to any repository, so it helps to make or transfer those changes or any kind of modification to the remote repository. Okay, now let's see this diagram. So before pushing the code, like any changes we have made locally, so and we haven't used the git push command or we haven't pushed. So this is the scenario before pushing. So what is this? These are two branches. This is the this is the master branch of the remote repository. Okay, so this is basically the remote repository. So what is origin? Origin is the default name of any remote repository we have. Okay, this is the default name. And what is master? Master, it can be referred to as the default branch of any repository. Okay, it can be master, it can be main, and this is our local repository. Okay, where we are making the changes locally. So this is our local master branch. Yeah, so after we have pushed the changes and we have used the git push command, what happens is the our local master branch becomes even with the master branch of the remote repository, or like we are talking about the master branch, it can be any branch. So it becomes even, it comes to the same level as of the remote repository. Okay, which means all the changes like for modifications we have on the master branch have been pushed to this remote master branch of the remote repository. Yeah, so let's see. I've created a repository on GitHub named sample, and I have this repository locally set up on VS Code. Okay, this is a very basic code, and we have this file function.js. So let's see. Suppose I have need to make some changes. Like suppose I need to replace a with 5 with 4. Okay, I have replaced a equals to 5. I have replaced a equals to 4 instead of 5. Okay, very minor change. Let's see how can we push this change to Git or our repository. So I'm in this I'm in this sample path. Okay, so first we'll write git add space dot. This will add our changes. We'll write type git status, so it will give the status of our branch. So on branch master, and my branch is up to date with origin master, and I have modified a file function.js. Okay, so now I will commit this change. So I git commit hyphen m and our commit message. Okay, so I have replaced 5 the value of a. Okay, so I will write changed the value of a. Okay, yeah. So this change has been committed. Now I need to push this change from our local repository to the remote repository. So what I will write is git push the name of the remote branch, which is origin here, and the default and the name of the branch. So now I have the branch set to master, so I will write git push origin master and then press enter. So the changes I have been pushed. Okay, so let's see the repository. If I refresh, yeah, we can see the commit 42 seconds ago change the value of a. So yeah, the change I have made locally has been pushed to the remote repository. Okay, so now like I have one more branch which is named as dev branch. So let's make some changes on that branch, and we'll see how we push that branch along with the changes made on that branch. So I will type git checkout dev, which will switch us to that branch. Yeah. Switch to branch dev. I will make some changes in dev branch. Okay, so let's see, like I need to replace the value, change the value of 6, change the value of b from 6 to, let's say, 8, and this is the dev branch. Okay, let's save this. Now whatever we are doing, and modifications we are making is on the dev branch. Now I will type git, first I will write add those changes, git add space dot, I will see status, git status. So I have modified function.js. Yeah. Now I will commit this change. Git commit m, change the value of b. Yeah. I will type git push origin, which is the name of the remote, and the branch, which is here dev instead of master. And I will type m and press enter. So yeah, now the branch dev along with the changes made on dev has been pushed. So I have the new branch dev on our repository. So this is how we push the branch using git push along with the changes made on that branch. Okay, so yeah, now suppose we don't want this branch, like dev branch, we don't want this dev branch, we have too many branches on our repository, so we need to delete this branch. So how I will delete this branch from a remote repository. So again I will use git push origin colon and the name of the branch. Yeah, so here we can see deleted dev, and if we move on to the repository and refresh, so we only have the master branch, we don't have any kind of dev branch. So this is how we delete a branch using git push. Okay, yeah. So while while pushing changes, we can have a scenario when our remote repository is ahead of our local repository, like it is ahead by some number of commits. So if we use git push at that time, so it will fail, just because like the commit history of the remote repository would not match the commit history of the local repository, because it's not up to date with it. So for that we have a force flag, but it is not at all recommended because it is destructive, it would overwrite the changes. Okay, so we don't use force flag, instead we pull the changes from the remote repository and then we apply the same thing, which is git push origin name of the branch. Okay, but the force pushing can be used in another scenario, like suppose I have made some commit, I need to make some changes to that commit. Suppose I need to edit the commit message. Okay, so let's see. Suppose I have made a commit. First, let's check out to the master branch. I've switched to master branch, and suppose I need to edit the commit message for the previous commit. So for that we use git commit commit. Yeah. So this was the commit message. So I will, suppose I need to change the value of a from, let's like edit 5 to 4. Yeah. I have edited this commit message. I will we have the shortcut key, so I will exit and I will save the modified buffer. Yes. Okay. So the commit message has been changed. So now if I try to push now master, so this push will be failed. Let's see. So we can see that the git push for this command, so it has been rejected, it has been failed. Why? Because the remote or the remote repository has a different commit history, like the commit message or the previous commit which we have amended, it is different, and we have and we are trying to push a different commit. Okay, so it would lead to a non-fast forward merge, so we cannot directly push that. So for that we need the force flag. So we will push this commit with the edited commit message. So we'll write type git push double hyphen force origin master. So this will lead to force pushing of the new commit. Like the changes are these, we can also add some changes using commit, but we have edited the commit message and we have pushed. So it resulted in a it resulted in a failed. Okay, so the push failed. So now we are using the force flag, which is the force push. Okay, so yeah, that was it for this video. Thank you.